So earlier last year, we had a big educational tech platform come to us with a problem. They had thousands of inquiries coming in every single month for a very selective master's program, but most of those people were never going to qualify. So their enrollment team was spending most of the week that, they were on calls, but those people that applied, they had no shot of turning into students. So these guys, they partner with top universities to deliver online degree programs. Programs like, Master of Computer Science, and these programs are extremely selective. They have specific GPA requirements, specific CS prerequisites, math foundations, English scores, all that. And every month, thousands of people were basically raising their hand, but most of them did not qualify. So the team was drowning. And here's what that costs you when you run a business like this. So enrollment reps have a fixed number of hours every single week, maybe 30 hours of real call time. Now, if those hours get filled with unqualified prospects, you do not just lose time, you lose the qualified people who waited too long to talk to a human and perhaps went somewhere else. Now, these are $30,000 plus master's programs. So like one bad week of calls is real money that is gone, okay? And the obvious answer is maybe hey, let's just throw a chatbot in front of the problem. And we told them not to do that. So these prospects are making a major life decision here. They're not looking for a chatbot. They're not looking for another form. They want to have a real conversation with a real human being. And the second the interaction feels fake, they will disengage, okay, even if they're qualified. So whatever we built had to feel human, okay, that was the constraint. So here's what we built instead of a chatbot. So we built an AI outbound voice agent. So it calls every prospect who fills out the inquiry form. It introduces itself on behalf of the platform and the specific program, and then handles legal recording disclosure. And then it runs the same qualification logic just like a human enrollment representative would run. So you have GPA, prerequisites, English proficiency, all that. If the prospect qualifies, it will book the interview automatically. If they don't qualify, it explains why and gives them a path forward. Then the full transcript and the structured data drops straight into the client's CRM. So what does one call actually do? So it asks why the prospect is interested in the program. It walks through every single requirement. It handles objections around cost, around time, around whether online learning is even the right fit for them. So even if they qualify, it books the interview. If they don't, it explains why and tells them what they need to fix. And that is a 15-minute call your best enrollment rep would normally make. Now, this all happens with AI, okay, 24/7. And then we hit the moment that mattered with this client. So the first enrollment team listened to the first calls, and we were on Zoom with them waiting for the reaction. And the first thing that they said was not about the technology. They said, it sounds like a real advisor. And that was the line that we needed, because if it sounds real, prospects stay on the phone. And if prospects stay on the phone, they engage. That's the game. The pilot started with the Master of, I think it was Computer Science program. And they set 3 KPIs, and they were not soft. Basically, 10% or higher contact to qualified rate, 60 or higher NPS after AI handled calls hit, and then 70% or higher scenario coverage, which we hit as well. So all 3 were cleared, and leadership approved the full rollout. And here's the part that most people miss, okay? The real win was not just answering calls, automating calls, I should say. The real win was what happened next. The enrollment reps opens the CRM and just sees a full list of qualified prospects, full transcripts, structured data, why they qualified, why they want the program. So the rep walks into the next conversation already prepared, and they know who they're talking to. They know what matters to that person. And basically that made the human call after the AI call just better, just dramatically better. Okay, and that was one program, and then they wanted to scale. So after the pilot, They approved rollout across more than 40 programs and university partners, and each one was different. Different admission rules, different prerequisites, different program scripts, booking flows, but there was one AI architecture, okay? And 40 plus program instances, each one tailored to the program it serves. So we think it's one of the biggest AI qualification rollouts in online education right now. But here's the bigger takeaway. The AI projects that work are not the ones trying to replace your team. They're the ones that make your best people better. It's obviously faster than a person, more consistent than a team. It's always available, but still doing the job your best representatives already knows how to do. That's the version of AI that actually scales. And if you run a business that has to qualify people at a big volume, this will apply to you. So whether it's admissions or sales discovery, hiring screens, lending pre-qualification, whatever it may be, it's the same shape of a problem, it's the same shape of a solution. So if you want to see how this could fit your operation, you can DM me and we'll walk you through it.